Well, for those of you who have been keeping up again with this hoop house business and my garden inside of it, I had planned to start the video out by going inside and looking around, show you what's been going on. However, a hellacious storm just blew through here. Awful lightning, thunder collapsed this end of the hoop house right on the ground and smashed the tomato plant and a bunch of lettuce and spinach. Right now I've got it held up with a 2x4. Anyway, the water got a little too heavy on top. I guess I'm going to have to put some more braces there so I don't have any, welling up water. Apparently it's been welling up between the ribs, so I need to add a couple more. Got to make it stronger. This whole thing's been an experiment from the beginning, so every time I do something, it's another learning experience. Anyway, guess what? In about 30 minutes to an hour, another 2-hour storm is fixing to blow through. Anyway, the inside of the hoop house is just totally flooded on the ground. Pretty much the other plants are doing okay in the raised beds, but man, this fixing a big blow going to come. It's supposed to last 2 hours. Well, this is what's blowing through Arkansas at the moment. It's just moving through the entire state, just covered with terrible storms. Right after I filmed that last segment, we got hit by another huge blast. Took the entire hoop house down to the ground. I've been out there struggling getting it back up, and I have a bunch of broken plants. Oh, I'm just really upset, but I managed to save most of them, I think. Well, it's the next morning, and as you can see, the hoop house again has smashed down in the center. The boards are broken, and we're expecting some really just terrible storms right now coming out of Oklahoma, heading right for Arkansas. Oh, it's going to be even worse. So the only choice I have now, I'm just going to have to take the plastic down. That's all. Let the plastic lay on the ground, and the plants will just have to tough out the storms. Well, the survival rate of our plants is better than expected. We have some damage, but the lettuce was completely flattened, and so was a lot of the spinach. But I managed to fluff the lettuce up, and it'll probably recover over the next couple of days, depending on what happens on the storm coming out of Oklahoma right now. I'll tell you what, it's a hellacious storm coming out of Oklahoma. It's worse. It looks worse, far worse than what we had last night. So the hoop house just came down and just flattened everything right out. I'm just, but that's trials and tribulations of living in Arkansas. I had a tomato plant snap plumb off right there. There's the rest of it hanging by its trellis clip. I propped up this hoop with a 2x4. Otherwise it would have stayed down to the ground. It just didn't want to go back up after being bent so far. Well, the onions had no problem. Incidentally, I planted 41 onions, and with a little help from me opening up the tops to where the green stems could start coming through, all 41, the ones here and the ones further down where the cucumbers are, they're all growing. Now, how big they get? Oh my goodness, I got one that's got beat up real bad right here. I better kind of fluff up a little dirt around this baby. They will survive, even though they get beat down sometimes. The roots are still anchored in there, and that's good. Let me get a little more dirt here, kind of shove it around. Okay, takes care of that one. I may have to work on another one. Eggplant held up okay, did not get too well damaged. The tomato plants, these over here, I was lucky. The radishes, the new growth of radishes, I don't know. I'm about ready to give up on radishes. Anyway, I've got some really nice blooms coming out on all these tomato plants. They're looking real good. Incidentally, that's about I guess that's about a little over 3 feet high, both of these. And this one here is holding up okay, although it got pretty well banged over. The carrots, don't worry about those. This plant here, pretty well banged up. Still in one piece though, fortunately. Potato plants, these are the old potato plants. Now, look at that, it looks like a forest there, doesn't it? It's great. Got some broken ones though. I'm going to have to remove this one. Get rid of this baby here. Just have to do it. There's nothing I can do. Got another one there that's severely bent, but it might survive. I'll put it behind this one here and see what happens. Yeah, never know. They'll survive. They're pretty strong. Here's another broken one. The next storm will be the will tell us what's going on. The tomato plants over here held up. Fortunately, the wood did not break here. The The bell pepper plants are doing okay. I'm not really getting a whole lot of great growth this year. That one in the back there is about ready to kick off. This one here is not looking good, but these 4 here are doing okay. I don't know what the problem is there. Cucumbers and the rest of the onions, they're hanging in there. Well, they're going to have to hang in there a whole lot better tonight, because probably in a couple hours, well, probably, let me see, this is probably by noon or 1 o'clock, we're going to have some smashing storms come through. God, it's just... Anyway, lesson learned, you know, I should have, even though this was a temporary hoop house, I should have built it a little stronger. Maybe used 1-inch conduit pipe instead of 3/4, and I didn't do it. And I should have probably put the pipes 3 feet apart instead of 5 feet, which would have not enabled the big dip in the plastic, you know, to fill up with water, which is what really caved it in. But, you know, lesson learned. You know, next year's hoop house, this has been a really good deal. You know, I like the raised beds, they're really producing well. The hoop house would have been a smashing success had it not been for the storms. But next year I'll toughen it up, I'll make it stronger. I think we're going to go ahead and continue with the hoop house. Well, all repairs have been made to the hoop house. The old the wood that was busted has been cut out and splices put in. And this next week I'll be buying new wood and putting even more ribs on that thing. And if it's going to last through the rest of the year, I'm going to have to help it along. Oh well, you know what they say. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But in my case, we make breakfast. Yes, another Blackstone episode. Get my daughter out here on Mother's Day, make her cook breakfast with me. I'd like that. You know, I can really harass her. I like to harass her. Doesn't matter if it's Mother's Day or not. I like to harass her. She's smelling good already. Smelling good already. Sausage and bacon. Pretty soon the omelets will go on. We're not going to make any pancakes today. My daughter's lazy.
Shit, it's Mother's Day. Give me a break.
I don't care. I like pancakes no matter what day it is. All right, let's keep on cooking. A little note for those of you who follow my videos, and you know we're working on the 1956 Halo Light Sylvania TV. I'm still at a standstill because the high voltage wire I ordered has not yet come in. I'm hoping to get it Monday or Tuesday. The last tracking number had it in Flushing, New York, so it is on the way. Hopefully it'll be here Monday or Tuesday, and we'll crank back up the TV. But in the meantime, you know, all I can do is just kind of fiddle fart around doing other things. You know, this Blackstone griddle has been a whole lot of fun for me cooking on it. I just really enjoy it, and you know, I would never even have it had it not been for our good subscriber, I'm a Junk Collector, showing his on one of his YouTube videos. I was just stunned by that thing. I didn't even know they had such a thing. I have never seen one until I saw it in the video. And then I went looking and I bought one, and I have enjoyed it ever since. It's been a lot of fun. My daughter and I do a lot of cooking on this, don't we, hon?
Unfortunately, yep. Yes.
Unfortunately, yes. No. Kids, you can never satisfy them. And of course, the omelets. Got a cheese omelet here. Get that baby over. Come on, get over there, you. We got a whole pile of, boy, that one doesn't want to cooperate too well. Cheese melted fast. Anyway, all the rest are looking real good. Real good. We'll cook that one a little bit longer. Now here we are, Mother's Day breakfast cooked by yours truly. Cooked exclusively by yours truly. I think the daughter put some biscuits in the oven. That's about as far as it went. What are you leaning over here for? Do you have bed hair again?
Yes, I do. Sorry, but I'm not dull enough for you.
Yeah, well that's it for now. Until next time, this is John.